So, the prosecutors in Tekashi 69's aka Judge 69's case have argued for leniency from the judge in his sentencing, which is due to take place on December 18th. Hashtag free 69, aka bring back the entertainment to the industry, put the hip back in hip hop. Not these dry ass goofy dudes. Oh man, my name Whack 100. I'm gonna say Nipsey's name a million times and get me famous. Goofy ass people. Let me read to you the prosecutor's statement. It says, the defendant, Judge 69, provided an insider's view of 9 Trey and a first-hand account of many acts of violence that prosecutors otherwise did not have. 69, Judge 69 is a famous rap artist and was a high-profile member of a violent gang. In the face of threats made against him and his family, Hernandez decided to cooperate against his co-defendants and testify in a trial that was widely publicized. It goes on. The defendant's cooperation has come at great risk to him and his family's safety, in ways far more significant than in other cases. 9 Trey is one of the most violent sets in the United Bloods Nation, claiming members throughout the country, they wrote. Prior to his cooperation becoming public, the defendant relocated his family. The defendant was moved to a different prison facility and has been placed in a particular unit without any other gang members. Hernandez's movements, they continued, have been limited so as to avoid potential contact with other gang members. In addition, any extra precautions were taken to transport him to and from court during his testimony. Other gang members and those in the rap industry have criticised him for cooperating and have openly questioned whether the defendant's safety could ever be guaranteed, they said. There is no question that the defendant's life will never be the same because of his cooperation in this case. So there you go. Basically, the prosecutor is begging for 6ix9ine to be released promptly, or not to be serving more than the time is already served. And if we're honest, if we look at the facts here, 6ix9ine essentially Judge 6ix9ine sent down around 2 or 3 or 4 individuals, which the feds wouldn't have already got. Yeah, they didn't have information on Harv. They didn't have information on Kuda. Now I actually feel a bit sorry for Kuda, man. If the truth be known, well, tell a lie. Kuda, that's a difficult one. I see both sides. Ultimately, 6ix9ine shouldn't have ordered a hit. That said, Kuda shouldn't have accepted. He should have been. If someone came to me and said, YB, do you want to do a hit for 10 grand? I'd say, nah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm too pretty to be going to jail. Simple as that. That's what I'd be saying. Yeah, Kuda should have took the responsibility as a man and said, nah, that's you, boss man. I don't know anything about that. Yeah. Instead, they both have played parts wrong here. Unfortunately, 6ix9ine, he's the money man. He's the star witness as such. He's the money man, essentially. I think, don't get it twisted. Everyone's saying, oh, 6ix9ine's a snitch. 6ix9ine only got his position, in my opinion, because he was the main man. The reason the feds went to 6ix9ine and kind of gave him preferential treatment. I remember after an interview, the feds come and picked 6ix9ine up and said, listen, you're under threat. Because Mel Murder and other goofy goons were talking about, oh, we gon' super violate 6ix9ine. We gon' do this, we gon' do that. So my point is, that there proved the feds, they already had highlighted 6ix9ine as their star witness. They knew what was going to go on because he's the main guy. No one don't know Kuda. No one don't know Harv. And even Shotty, no one don't know Shotty. The man who's bringing cash to the industry is 6ix9ine. He's the one the industry elites want back. Yeah? There's a reason 6ix9ine's going to be getting out in December. And it's not because he's innocent. It's because there's money to be made. Especially in New York. In New York, money talks. Yeah? And there's a reason, or it's not a surprise, that 6ix9ine has signed a $10 million deal. You don't sign a $10 million deal when you're going to be in jail for another 3 or 4 or 5 years. He's getting out in December 18th. The judge will be back. Judge 6ix9ine will be back. And the streets will be popping again. That said, I do hope when he does get out, he's not on that goofy stuff anymore. I hope in fact, he's got to realise now, because to be fair, there ain't going to be no gang that's going to be messing with him. Well, that said, I'm not even sure, to be fair. Who knows? These goofy gangs, they'll probably jump straight back into bed with him, knowing them lot. They're too goofy, too stupid. The same way the 9 Treys, they should have known better. Yeah? What were they doing playing around with his cat? Anyway, fact of the matter is, I hope 6ix9ine's learnt his lesson, and he's not trying to be a roadman no more. We all know the gig's up now. There ain't no roadman. Just keep it fruity. That's one thing I used to rate about 6ix9ine. Yes, he did some stupid things, but I always found him quite light-hearted, quite entertaining. He wasn't too serious. Too often I know he did some serious things, like he tried to order shootings, but that's because I think his influences around him they were the wrong influences. I reckon if you'd have put 6ix9ine, remember he's a young impressionable dude growing up in the hood, essentially, which leads you the wrong way. If he'd have grown up around some elders who were not stupid, who weren't trying to be all goofy, then he wouldn't have been putting hits out on Chief Keef and whatnot. Yeah? The reason was, he's around all these so-called 9 Treys and they're encouraging the madness. Yeah? Rather than bringing an end to it, what should have happened is, his OGs should have stepped out and said, 6ix9ine, stop doing that goofiness and get to the studio. Yeah? And get recording. Don't be talking about doing hits and selling this and selling that. Don't be trying to put hits on people. Get to the studio. Let us handle that shit. Yeah? You're not really about that. That's what should have happened. Instead, all of his OGs encouraged it. They add flame to the fire. Yeah? They were going out doing hits. Why are you taking orders from a dude with pink hair? You're meant to check him. You're meant to put him in place, essentially, and manage him. What was Shotty doing? You're meant to be his manager. Yeah? Your star athlete. You don't put your star athlete out there and get him caught up in federal cases. And that's why Mel Murder, Shotty, they're all locked up for 10 years, and they are where they need to be, because they're man too old. You're 35, 40, 50 years old, and you're still in the streets. You need to sit down for a hot minute. 6ix9ine, he's already been there for a year or two already now. So in my opinion, your first offence, a year or two, fine, that's cool. Now if he does it again, if he gets caught lacking again and he starts trying to shoot people and shit, then yeah, he needs to be locked up as well. But for now, I think he's learnt his lesson, because think about, before he went to jail this time, he already cut all the 9 Treys off. He said, fuck Treyway. And that told me, that meant a lot to me, because it proves that he was already coming out of that mindset. He wasn't trying to prove shit. He was ready to put that part behind him in his life and move on, doing shows properly. He went into all that goofy fucking road shit. That's the vibe I got anyway. But we'll see what happens. 3 6 9 back on road, 18th December, and we'll see what happens.